Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. This is the comedy game show where we figure out that every movie is inappropriate in some way. Goal of this game, I've gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and every movie there has a parental guide section. That just real anonymous weirdos contribute to, and let you know in detail what might be inappropriate for viewers. So what I've done, I've compiled lists of these warnings for a bunch of different movies, and I'm going to see if my friends here can figure out the movie based on these clues. Joining me tonight, we have James Sheehan, Jim Bowes, and Tyler Durniak.
Hi, everybody.
Rules are pretty simple. I have 5 clues for each movie. The earlier you answer, the more points you get. If you guess incorrectly, you lose a point, but you can keep guessing throughout every clue if you want. So you can gain 5 points, you can lose 5 points. Scores can change pretty quickly in this game. So unless there are any questions, let's just get right down to it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
James, I'm going to ask you to help me out first. Would you like to guess a movie from 1963, 1999, or 2019?
Let's do 1999. Get ready for Y2K.
All right. 1999, this movie. For 5 points, under the category of sex and nudity, people say sex-related insults. All right. We'll move on to the 4-point clue. Under the category of frightening and intense scenes, there's a war scene with tons of exaggerated violence. All right, Tyler's got his hand up. Anybody else? Jim has his hand up. All right, Jim, I'm going to go to you first. What do you think it is?
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. How about you, Tyler?
I was going to say Matrix.
Matrix. It is not Tropic Thunder, and it is not The Matrix. All right. Move on to the 3-point clue. Under the category of profanity, the film has exactly 399 curse words. This was done purposefully, as 400 curse words would have garnered an NC-17 rating by the MPAA.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler has his hand up. Jim has his hand up. Tyler doesn't have his hand up, does he?
Yeah, I do. Wait,
you
why
got
did it
the wrong
disappear?
one up.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm going to go to Jim first. What do you think?
I lost confidence. I was going to say Pulp Fiction, though.
Pulp Fiction. Tyler, what do you think?
Is it South Park the movie?
It is not Pulp Fiction. It is South Park, bigger, longer, and
Yes.
Well done.
So
as soon as you gave me that they had an exact number, it was the ultimate South Park thing to do. is find the exact line, legally speaking.
Academy Award winning.
Yeah.
Well, it's detective work there, Tyler. It was good.
Yeah. So that, Tyler, you're on the board with 2 points. Jim, you're sitting at -2. And James, feel free to jump in whenever you want.
No.
Just for fun, let me go through the rest of these warnings. Under sex and nudity, ask your child if they get the title. If they say yes, they will be fine with the movie and the whole cartoon series. And under violence and gore, keep in mind, the film is in construction paper cutout animation style, so detail is limited. However, when violence is depicted, it's usually in an over-the-top, exaggerated way for comedic purposes. And it's just that simple. That's how this game works. We're going to move on to...
I love the last two ones are clearly not telling people to keep their children away, but helping convince parents to let their children watch South Park.
All right. Jim, would you like a movie from 1964, 2004, or 2012?
1964.
1964.
My high school graduation year. Thank you for laughing.
Yeah, we were all alive in 64.
Yeah.
I was kept back. I graduated
some form.
in 09.
Okay, 1964 for 5 points. Under violence and gore, some men fall a short distance to their deaths. Nothing graphic. Okay, for 4 points. Under sex and nudity, although tamed for today's standards, the movie contained an exorbitant. Wow.
One more time.
It contained a lot.
So
Many.
much. An exorbitant. I'm in my head now.
I love that you went for it again.
I'm picturing this is how the review's written too.
This is all word
Do
for
it.
word.
You got it. You got it.
Luckily, I don't do a lot with speaking. This movie contains a large amount of sexual content for the early 60s. Most of the female characters wear tight and revealing clothing. Tyler has his hand up.
Is it?
All right.
Is it-
No, hold on. James put his hand up. James, I'm going to go to you first.
Is it Casino Royale?
Casino Royale. Tyler, what do you think?
Is it Batman?
Batman. It is not Batman, and it is not Casino Royale. Okay, for 3 points. Under frightening and intense scenes, a man carries a metal-rimmed hat that can break necks when thrown at people. James has his hand back up. Anybody else? Jim and Tyler, do you have anything? All right, Tyler, I'm going to go to you first.
It is a James Bond, but it is Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die. Jim, what do you think?
Oh shit! I just Dr. No.
Dr. No. James, what do you think?
Oh, you boys are giving me a layup. It's Goldfinger.
I thought you were going to say Goldmember. I was so
Can you imagine if I just said Casino Royale again?
Well, it's not Live and Let Die. It's not
Damn.
Dr. No. It is Goldfinger.
Is
I
Live and
forgot
Let
Dr.
Die?
No. I almost said Goldfinger just as a desperate because I couldn't think of the other one.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It was one of those.
that's how that band got that name.
At least 2 of you guessed Sean Connery James Bonds.
Mhm.
Did I?
You did not.
Oh. Who did
I guess
let-
I did guess the Peter Sellers James Bond first.
That's true.
It's the one with those islands, right? In like South China Sea, those his lair.
Yeah, I think that's... No, is that one or is that Dr. No?
That's Dr. No. Goldfinger's
Dr.
the one
No,
where
okay.
at the end of the they break into Fort Knox.
Oh.
That
And
makes
he-
sense because
he died. He dies because James Bond shoots a window while they're up in a plane, and he gets sucked through like the small of a window. It's like Alien style. It's really funny.
The next couple might have given it away if we didn't get that far. Under frightening and intense scenes, a woman is found dead, having been covered in gold paint. And under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, the hero orders a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred, and gets champagne out of a freezer. So, James, you've jumped up to 2 points. Jim, you're at 1 point. Tyler, you've lost it all. You're down to 0. But I'm going to go to you next.
Oh, no.
Tyler, would you like a movie from 1986, 1997, or 2006?
Let's do 2006.
2006. Okay. This movie from 2006 for 5 points. Under violence and gore, a man pulls a gun on an advancing mob, but the gun is unloaded. Okay. For 4 points under violence and gore, a car is rather suddenly hit by a tanker and goes up in flames. A police officer tries to help the 2 people inside, but the car explodes. He is thrown to the ground and knocked out. Okay. 3 points. Wait, Tyler has a guess.
Is
Tyler,
this,
what do you think?
I'm blanking on the name, but is this Live Free or Die Hard? The one with the hacker and I mean, I was going to say and Bruce Willis, but it's the hacker, and he's like,
that is the Die Hard movie with Bruce Willis in it, and a hacker.
No,
and it's not the movie to put you out of your misery.
Damn it.
Okay. For 3 points, under frightening and intense scenes, despite the disturbing imagery, the movie is considered to be poorly done and unintentionally hilarious. Jim has his hand up. Anybody else? Okay, Jim, what do you think?
Con Air.
It is not Con Air. Okay. Oh, Tyler, you want to try again?
Is it Rush Hour 3?
It is not Rush Hour 3.
James,
also, you want in before I go?
Can I go into negatives, or am
I'll just keep letting them dig their own grave.
Perfect.
In fact, you're doing a pretty good job going to negatives right now. For 2 points, under violence and gore, a man in a bear costume hits a woman in the face. Jim has his hand up again. Anybody else? Okay, Jim, what do you think?
Death to Smoochie?
It is not Death to Smoochie. Okay. The 1 point clue. Under violence and gore, a man has a strange trap put on his head to trap in the bees they pour, in which go mad and sting him repeatedly, leaving many marks on him. James has his hand up. Tyler has his hand up. James, I'm going to go to you first.
The Wicker Man?
The Wicker Man. Tyler, what do you think?
It's the Wicker Man.
It is the Wicker Man.
The bees!
Not the bees.
Saw the original one of that.
Oh, yeah.
Is that with Nicolas Cage?
It is with Nicolas Cage. One of the finest Nicolas Cage performances.
I've never worked on a movie.
You got Con Air.
I know. That's where he lost me, I think.
How dare you insinuate Con Air was purposely made poorly bad?
Was it?
All right, James, you're up to 3 points. Jim
Heck
and
yeah.
Tyler are sitting at -1.
Woo!
James, I'm going to go back to you. Would you like a movie from 1987, 1993, or 2013?
Let's do 1993.
1993.
That was the year I graduated college.
Wow.
I saw
Hey,
Rocky
Tyler,
6.
when were you born?
I saw Rocky 6 in the theaters that year.
Oh, I was born in 95.
Okay, 1993. Tyler, you were -2 years old.
Perfect.
Do you know this movie for 5 points? Under
Sure.
sex and nudity. Two teenagers. Wait. No. Okay. Sex and nudity. Two teenagers almost share a kiss, but it is interrupted by the sound of glass breaking. Okay. For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, one character has a grotesque physical appearance that may be unsettling for young children. Jim has his hand up. Tyler has his hand up. James has his hand up. Everybody. Okay, James, I'm going to go to you first.
The Goonies?
The Goonies. Tyler, what do you think?
Is it Mask?
Mask. Jim, what do you think?
I was gonna say Mask, but I think Mask was earlier. Mask is like 1988, I think. But I'm gonna stick with Mask.
It is not Mask. It is not the Goonies.
I'm just trying to think of movies with grotesque
Exactly.
characters' faces.
Y'all got one. Okay. For 3 points, under profanity, 6 uses of darn, 4 uses of hell, 6 uses of God, plus 9 uses of virgin, and 2 uses of yabos, used during a discussion of a teen girl's breasts. Tyler has his hand up. Tyler, what do you think?
It's Sophie's Choice.
Yes, it is Sophie's Choice. It is not Sophie's Choice. Though that is the other movie I can think that uses yabos to describe a teen girl's breasts.
It might.
I'm trying to think of the name of the movie with Mel Gibson where half of his face is missing.
Okay. For 2 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a Halloween party for adults is shown. Many of the characters are drunk. They are seen literally stumbling out of the place at dawn, giggling and slurring their words. Okay. Final clue for 1 point. Under violence and gore, the witches kill children by sucking their souls out of them. We see them succeed in doing so once early in the film. Tyler has his hand up. James has his hand up. James, I'm going to go to you first.
Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus. Tyler, what do you think?
Hocus Pocus.
It is Hocus Pocus.
I was drunk that year.
Senior year of college, you weren't watching family Halloween movies?
No, shocker, right?
I was going to guess Under Wraps, but I wasn't sure if IMDb has a section for Disney original movies.
They
then
do.
And then you said
and I'm
witches.
wondering if that one has one.
Isn't Hocus Pocus a Disney original movie?
No, that was before Disney Originals.
Oh. It feels like it was,
It
though.
was directed by the guy who made High School Musical. That's a
Oh.
fun little fact.
Interesting.
Makes a lot of sense.
And the sequel's coming out soon
Not to High
Finally.
School Musical.
to Hocus Pocus.
Right.
So that's fun. James, you're staying at 3 points, and Jim and Tyler, you have moved to -2.
Woo!
Love
like
that
even
plus
numbers.
minus.
I'm bringing it all back, baby. One shot. This next question. Gonna get back to 3 points.
All right, Jim, would you like a movie from 1971, 2006, or 2017?
How about 2017?
2017. All right, 2017 for 5 points. Under sex and nudity, multiple sex jokes made by one character. Nothing too explicit. It's mainly your mom jokes and things of that standard. Tyler has his hand up. Tyler, what do you think?
Is it Transformers 6?
It is not Transformers 6. Is there a 6th Transformer? I have no idea how many Transformers there are.
There's got to be a lot of Transformers. I mean, there's a lot of places that need electricity.
Tyler just said Transformers 6 just to make that joke.
I've got a whole list of
What a
gold
setup.
material that I'm setting myself up for.
I'm playing checkers. Tyler's playing chess.
Yeah, you guys didn't let me get to the Sophie's Choice joke.
Good thing.
Okay, for 4 points under profanity, lots of curse words used by young teenagers, including inappropriate hand gestures, putting up the middle finger. Tyler has his hand up again. James has his hand up. James, what do you think?
Boys?
Boys? Tyler, what do you think?
Is it Transformers 5?
It's not Transformers 5, and it's not Boys.
I forgot what the name of that movie that Seth Rogen directed with all.
You're thinking of Good Boys.
Well, nah.
Yeah, it's also not that. That was 2019, I want to say.
Okay. For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, a character distorts himself and moves in unnatural ways. Some of this is quite comical, however. Okay. For 2 points under violence and gore, all in all, the violence is not as graphic as other R-rated horror movies nowadays, with many violent scenes actually occurring off-screen. However, blood is especially prevalent in the aftermath scenes. Tyler has his hand up. Tyler, what do you think?
Is it Unfriended?
It is not Unfriended.
Oh, is it Transformers 4?
All right. We'll move on to the 1 point clue. Under frightening and intense scenes, people who have a fear of clowns should avoid this movie like the plague.
I'm raising hand. Hold on.
All right. Everybody has their hands up. Tyler, what do you think? It. James, what do you think?
Is it Transformers? It's it.
And Jim?
Is it it?
I'm gonna say it too. Whatever those guys said, it.
We all
is
transform down here.
Did I get it?
You got it.
Hey.
It is it.
No, Jim said it too, so that's the second movie. He got it wrong.
I heard him clarify. I almost did it.
Not to be confused with It's.
So wish I had my clown wig right here.
Oh, you're not wearing it.
All right. Well, James, you're still sitting at 3 points. Jim, you've moved up to -1, and Tyler, you are down to -4. You're coming. You're getting to the point where you might hit Laura Clark's record from last week. -10. Can you get down there?
I mean, how many questions are left?
That was question 5. We got 7 more movies to go.
Oh, yeah.
So let's keep this going.
Yeah.
Tyler,
There's only 12 more Transformers left, so.
Tyler, I'm going to go to you. Would you like a movie from 1979, 1986, or 2008?
2008, because that's right in the Transformers wheelhouse. Is it Transformers versus Predator?
All right, 2008 for 5 points. Under frightening and intense scenes, a girl falls apart because she is stressed.
But she is what?
Stressed. Tyler has his hand up for what I assume is the right answer. Tyler, what do you think?
Is it Coraline?
It is not Coraline, but that's a great guess. It's Coraline versus Transformers.
Oh, I thought it was Coraline and the Transformers, the team-up movie.
Okay, for 4 points under sex and nudity, 2 women make fun of another woman's undergarments, asking if she wears it or flosses with it. Tyler has his hand up again.
You sure it's not Coraline?
What do you think, Tyler? Do you have a different answer, or are you doing Coraline again?
Is it? It's not Norbit, is it?
It's
Norbit was earlier.
Okay, for 3 points under profanity, hell and damn are said 2 or 3 times each. Ass is said along with a woman calling herself a, quote, reckless little slut. And it's still not Coraline.
Damn it. That was my favorite part of Coraline.
Okay, 2 points under sex and nudity. There is slight innuendo / sexual references in some of the musical numbers. The most suggestive is, does your mother know? Tyler has his hand up. Tyler, oh, wait, hold on. James has his hand up. James, I'm going to go to you first.
Is it Hairspray?
Hairspray. Tyler, what do you think?
I'm pretty sure the movie was called Enchanted. That was that live-action Disney princess movie.
That was that live-action Disney princess movie. That's not the answer to this, and it's not Hairspray. But those are both musicals, so good job.
And women are in them. You've come a long way. From just having musicals with men in them.
Yeah, those classic all-male musicals.
For 1 point under sex and nudity, the song Dancing Queen contains the lyrics, "You're a teaser, you turn 'em on." I see Tyler and Jim with their hands up.
Oh,
All right, everybody has their hands up. James, what do you think?
Mamma Mia?
Mamma Mia. Jim, what do you think?
Same thing, yeah. Mamma
Same
Mia,
thing?
not same thing.
Tyler?
Yeah, it's Mamma Mia.
It's Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Thought I would have first because I would have said ABBA.
Is it Waterloo, the musical?
I wish Napoleon lived long enough to hear Waterloo.
Bill and Ted's.
Did they?
How am I doing
Bill
it?
and Ted, they didn't show Napoleon Waterloo, did they? That would
He
have been
went
great.
to Waterloo Water Park.
That's true, but they didn't play on the Amazon.
They
I'm
didn't.
clapping for all of you, apparently. I don't know how to get that down. And plus, I feel that way, so I'm just
You
going
know,
with it.
that's a great problem to have.
So
Call your
James-
doctor if it asks for 4 more hours.
James, you're still at 3 points. Jim,
Excellent.
you've moved up to 0. Tyler, you're sitting at -6.
Yeah.
My goal is 00.
All right. So Tyler just went, right?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, because I wanted the Transformers Gear movie, which was Mamma Mia.
That's true. Okay. So we will move on back to James. James, would you like a movie from 1980, 1986, or 1994?
Let's do 1994.
1994. All right, 1994 for 5 points. Under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a character is shown smoking cigars. You don't know it from that one? For 4 points, under sex and nudity, there are 3 mentions of nipples throughout the entire film.
This was 94, right?
94.
94.
Okay, for 3 points, this is a little bit longer. Under sex and nudity, a woman falls on a man and kisses him passionately. A few scenes suggesting methods of obtaining sperm samples. An erotic video is glimpsed with models in skimpy clothing. A man and a woman kiss and discuss sex. Discussion of sex and reproduction throughout the film. A man and a woman are interrupted while they're making out on a couch. The woman later suggests that they have sex, which occurs off screen. It's a lot of clues. Jim, I'm going to go to you first.
Okay. I'm going to say road trip.
Road trip. Tyler, what do you think?
You see, I think I've seen at least the need to give a sperm sample scene from this movie, but I don't know what movie it's from, but I'm pretty sure it stars Ben Stiller. So I'm going to say Along Came Mary. There's something about Mary. That's what I think. Not
Something
Along
About
Came
Mary is the title of that movie. It's not this movie, but it is the title of that movie. It also isn't Road Trip. Okay, for 2 points, under violence and gore, a woman slides into a building on a runaway truck. A man inserts a long needle into another man's abdomen. Police officers try to break down a door. A man undergoes a C-section and his face registers pain. A man and a woman are shown in pain from contractions. A man is kneed in the groin. A man throws another man across the room. Everybody has their hands up. Jim, I'm going to go to you first.
Oh, I just left it up. I have
You
no
left it
idea.
up? You don't have it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then Tyler, what do you think?
Is this the movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant?
What's that movie called?
Is it Mr. Mom?
Mr. Mom. James, what do you think?
Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom. It is not Mr. Mom.
Ah!
Damn it.
I can't tell if Tyler's fucking with me now.
I forgot no, there's definitely an Arnold Schwarzenegger is pregnant movie.
You know, there's a car that transforms into a robot.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger is stop motion animated.
Well, I don't know if this clue will help, but for 1 point, under frightening and intense scenes, the concept of a pregnant man may be confusing to children. There's also a dream sequence where a man imagines what his baby would look like. This scene is deeply disturbing, frightening, and may scare and even mentally scar children, or even adults for that matter. Tyler's going to try again. Jim has his hand up.
Hey,
Tyler, what do you think?
I don't know. I just know this is the Arnold Schwarzenegger is pregnant movie. Can I get a half point for Arnold Schwarzenegger being pregnant?
I need a title.
Terminator 3.
Jim, do you know it?
I am taking a guess, but how about he's having a baby?
That would have been a better name for this movie.
I think it's. I guess again. Try a second guess.
You can guess again for fun.
9 months. Is my other guess.
9 months is the Hugh Grant movie. Mr. Mom is the Michael Keaton movie. The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is called Junior.
That's a terrible name.
Not whose water's breaking now.
Do you know Michael Keaton's real name is Michael Douglas?
No.
I did know that.
He had to change it because, like, everybody in Hollywood, when they sign up for this SAG card, has to have a different name.
Yeah, that's why James Patterson is James Scott Patterson, because it's a author James Patterson. I don't know if there's an actor too.
That's why Katy Perry isn't Kate Hudson.
Ah. Yeah.
And David Bowie wasn't David Jones. Because of the monkeys.
It's always because of the monkeys. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the band, not the creature.
Not the ones on the wing of the plane.
Arnold Schwarzenegger had to change his name from Arnold Palmer.
That was just because he changed his name when he got pregnant in that movie.
I used to know he was named after a drink.
So, James, you're at 2 points. Jim, you're at negative 2 points. Tyler, -9.
Bringing the average down.
Yeah. That's right. I'm Phil Micklesoning this whole thing. It's going to be great.
All right, Jim, would you like a movie from 1991, 1999, or 2019?
1991.
1991. Smart. Keep going with the movies that came out before the kids were born.
Right. Back to when I went to the movies.
Okay, 1991. For 5 points under violence and gore, a man smacks another man with his hat. Okay, Tyler, what is it this time?
Is it Home Alone?
It's not Home Alone.
All right.
Oh, Jim, what do you think?
City Slickers.
It's not City Slickers either.
I feel like there's a lot of movies where that happens.
Gilligan's Island, the movie.
Where that hat pins.
Wait, this isn't Goldfinger again, is it?
All right, for 4 points under violence and gore, a truck blows up.
At this point, it's like 4 different family films, and I'm not sure that the truck blowing up didn't happen immediately before the bad guy and his lackey, and the main bad guy starts whacking the lackey with his hat. Like that's an entire scene. This is all one scene.
Well, let's see if this one helps. For 3 points under profanity, a woman accuses a man of calling her and her friend beavers, which is referring to their private parts. Jim, what do you think?
About last night.
It is not about last night.
That's an earlier one.
All right, for 2 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, 2 women are driving after leaving a bar. One asks the other to pull over on the side of the road and vomits, implying she is a little drunk, and because of the shock, that she just killed someone. You see her vomiting. Everybody has their hands up. Jim, I'm going to go to you first.
Bring it. Nope.
Thelma and Louise.
Thelma and Louise. Tyler, what do you think?
Thelma and Louise.
It is Thelma and Louise.
I saw that with Pam.
The spray?
Yeah, just in case.
So you don't stick to the seat.
Exactly. I use it on the butter. So they don't put enough, on the popcorn, they don't use enough butter.
Just imagining a dark theater and you just hear
on the aisle. When I was 14, not when I was 19.
But you didn't need it for the seat because you're on the edge of it the whole time.
Right.
Of course I am. My favorite moment in that movie is the guy getting the phone call going, "What? What?" That is like in all movies one of my favorite scenes ever. What? It's not Joe Piscopo, but it's the guy I was confused with.
Yeah, I forget who that is.
R.I.P.
Memory
Is
lane.
it Joe Pesci?
Where was I? Trying to make sure all the points were correct. All right. And to finish that off under violence and gore, a car drives into the Grand Canyon with 2 women inside. Right now, James, you're still at 2 points. Jim, you're back up to 0. Tyler, you're up to -8.
Ooh.
And Tyler, I'm going to go to you this time.
Oh.
Would you like a movie from 1966, 1986, or 2004?
Let's do 2004.
2004. All right, 2004. For 5 points under profanity, a couple of uses of biatch.
That's just every movie in 2004.
Because it came out in 2004. Jim, what do you think?
8 Mile.
It is. It's not 8 Mile. All right.
I realized it was ridiculous. I still had to say it though.
Wait, is it?
Go ahead, Tyler.
Is it? Are we there yet?
It is not. Are we there yet?
God.
James, do you want to guess a movie with a rapper?
Oh God, what's that DMX movie with Jet Li?
Oh, what was that called?
Coraline.
Yeah, Transformers
9. For 4 points under violence and gore, during a presentation, the term fashion suicide is used, and nooses are depicted in a video presentation. This may be triggering. Tyler, what do you think?
Legally Blonde.
It is not Legally Blonde. You were so confident with that one.
I heard fashion suicide, and that's like, oh, wait. Do I have to wait for the next
You
one?
have to wait for the next one. All right. Oh, Jim, you want to take a guess?
Mean Girls?
It's not Mean Girls. I like that guess, though. I think that did come out in 2004.
They say way more bad words than biatch in that movie.
Yeah, they use some words in that movie, don't they?
Yeah.
What do they use?
Especially in subtitles.
Uh,
Yeah, go back, look at Mean Girls, and then maybe we shouldn't watch Mean Girls anymore.
are we finally taking down Tina Fey?
Finally. Tina Fey's been taking down Tina Fey for like 10 years now.
Should we keep Tim? Can we keep Tim
Did she
Meadows?
force you to watch her, Tyler?
What? Yeah, Tina Fey has personally bullied me.
She made
Well
him
done.
watch all 12 Transformer movies.
It was a terrifying serial killer situation. It was like Saw, but I had to watch Transformers movies.
Okay. For 3 points under sex and nudity, in one scene, an older woman flirts with an underage boy. This is a brief scene which is intended to be comical.
Oh, I know the scene. Oh,
Do you know the movie?
I don't remember the movie because I've only seen the scene.
Okay. Let's see if this helps jog your memory. For 2 points under sex and nudity, in one scene, a woman squeezes her own breasts in an elevator with a 13-year-old girl present and comments on how, quote, great having boobs now is.
Oh,
This is comical and not intended in a sexual way. Okay, everybody's got their hands up. James, I'm going to go to you first.
13 going on 30.
13 going on 30. Jim, what do you think?
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. Tyler, what do you think?
It's 13 going on 30.
It is 13 going on 30.
All right.
Yeah, that
That's-
it wasn't.
that's-
It wasn't
Freaky
the
Friday's a
movie.
great guess.
Well, Freaky
That's
Friday. She was already like late teens.
I guess that's true. Still, it is a movie about a girl in a woman's body.
That's true.
And for
Nice,
1
guys.
point under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, due to the character's disorientation at suddenly being 30, several times characters state she is having a hangover.
I'm pretty sure that's Coraline.
We've all been there.
James, you're up to 4 points. Jim, you're down to -3. Tyler, you're staying at -8. We have 3 movies left. So it is anybody's game.
Yeah,
It
I
can
know it.
happen.
I'm going to end this game in the positive. That is.
I believe in you.
I mean, the law of averages dictate.
Nick is looking at the next 3 movies, and it's Transformers, Coraline.
All right. James, I'm going to go to you. Would you like a movie from, where were we? 2004, 2014, or 2018?
2014.
2014. Okay, 2014. For 5 points under profanity, much of the language is used by one man who frequently swears, though the protagonist uses some too. Okay, for 4 points under sex and nudity, no sex or nudity. Some sexual references made by a teacher and various students.
Wait, what's the year again?
This is 2014. Okay, for 3 points under alcohol, drinking, and smoking. Well, alcohol, drugs, and smoking. I wrote drinking. I don't know why I wrote drinking. 3 points. The only part in the movie with alcohol is a man drinking a little bit in a jazz bar. Tyler's got his hand up. What do you think, Tyler?
Is it La La Land?
It is not La La Land. There is jazz in that movie, though.
That was my entire thought process.
All right, for 2 points under violence and gore. A teacher throws objects, including a chair and a cymbal, and slaps the protagonist in the practice sessions. James has his hand up. Tyler has his hand up. Tyler, I'm going to go to... Oh, wait, no. Jim, I'm going to go to you first.
I gotta say, I think it's was not this long ago, but I'm gonna say The Maestro.
The Maestro. Tyler, what do you think?
Whiplash.
Whiplash. James, what do you think?
Whiplash.
Whiplash. It is Whiplash from the director of La La Land.
Yep. I was like, that's the only other recent jazz movie.
The man loves jazz.
It's okay.
It's I liked that movie. That was a good movie.
I've only seen the American Dad parody episode.
To finish that off under violence and gore, a man plays the drums quickly and gets an open callus. Instead of stopping, he puts on a bandage and keeps playing. Blood seeps through the bandage, and the man puts on more bandages.
That's pretty jazzy.
That's yeah, good toughness. I mean, what the hell? What's wrong with that?
Tyler,
Rub some dirt on it. I love that.
Find dirt in that jazz club.
Tyler, you've moved up to -7. Jim, you're down to -4. James, you're the only one in the positives with 6 points. We got 2 movies left. Whatever happens, this will be the lowest scoring winner.
I'm ready to fight some vampires. Don't need a TV. I have the TV guide.
What's happening?
Okay. Jim, I'm going to go to you. Would you like a movie from 1974, 1986, or 2004?
1986.
1986.
This is just to keep the sweat out of my eyes. This is getting intense.
Yeah, you got to keep the hair out of your face.
Totally. Yeah. This long one that I had a chance to cut off my eyebrow, so I just like kind of stick it against my head.
Are you just gonna get like a beard net? Just...
I need a head net. How about burlap bag?
Okay, 1986. For 5 points under sex and nudity. A robot kisses a character on the nose. Oh, Tyler's got his hand up. Jim has his hand up. It's good to take the swings now. Jim, what do you think?
Rocky 2.
Rocky 2. Tyler, what do you think?
Is it AI?
It is not AI, and it is not Rocky 2. All right, for 4 points under violence and gore. You already got your hand up again, Tyler?
Yeah, no, I messed up what I was guessing, so I already got my second guess ready.
All right. For 4 points under violence and gore, 2 heroic robots are seen dead. Their corpses are heavily damaged. Their deaths are not shown.
I do not know what it was.
All right, we'll move on for 3 points. Wait, no, Jim has a guess.
Short Circuit.
It is not Short Circuit.
That was exactly what I was going to guess after. I was like, oh, it's definitely Short Circuit.
Turns out there's a lot of movies with robots in the 80s. This movie, for 3 points, under violence and gore. Lots of violence with energy weapons, and many robot characters get killed. Some are crushed, melted, eaten alive, blown to pieces, or simply shot. James has his hand up. Anybody else? James, what do you think?
Transformers.
It is Transformers the movie.
God,
Yeah!
dang it.
Oh, I was so excited.
That's just wrong.
Wow.
When you raised your hand again, Tyler, I thought you had it.
I forgot they made Transformers movies before the 2000s.
Yeah, I had no idea. That was right in my wheelhouse.
Stole that
86.
right under the rug
I
from
thought
Tyler.
I really should have had it.
Also, I think this might have helped you a little more. Under violence and gore, the fights are generally more brutal than in the TV series and have lethal consequences. And if that didn't help, under profanity, just like the Michael Bay version, the swear words are tame, but here they are less frequent. One or two are said in the entire movie, which are shit and damn it. Some versions, including the VHS tape of the movie, have them dubbed out.
This is Pearl Harbor, right?
Pearl Harbor, based on the television series.
The animated version of The Rock.
Well, James, this is yours to lose.
Yep.
You got 9 points now. Jim, you're at -6. Tyler, you're at -8. There's no way to end in the positives for either of you. We
Just
got
like
one
high
movie
school.
left. One movie left. Tyler, I'm going to let you choose for fun. Would you like a movie from 1975, 1994, or 2019?
Let's go 94.
94. All right. Final movie, 1994, for 5 points under violence and gore. If this movie was released today, it'd be PG for action, peril, and scary images. A weirdo thought they had to share that with you about what movie? For 4 points, under profanity, the word ass is alluded to, but not actually spoken, by a character when he says, "Why do I always have to save your ah?" I'm putting that moment in my reel.
Oh, yeah, it was beautifully acted.
Okay. Wait, no, Jim has his hand up. Jim, what do you think?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
It's not Who Framed Roger Rabbit. All right.
Wild guesses at this point.
For 3 points under violence and gore, the villain throws fiery embers at the main character's face. James just smart move sitting there. Tyler and Jim have their hands up. Jim, I'm going to go to you first.
Backdraft.
Backdraft. Tyler, what do you think? The firefighters throwing embers at each other's faces.
That's my brother.
What do you think, Tyler?
I just love the idea of them viewing the house itself burning down as it's
The villain
the villain of the movie is
fire.
Is fire. Robin Hood Men in Tights.
It is not Robin Hood Men in Tights. It is Backdraft. I'm kidding. It's not Backdraft.
It's not Backdraft. If it was, I was going to say that's a really poetic warning to parents viewing the nature of a fire as an enemy.
Who hasn't wanted to throw embers at William Baldwin at some point?
All right. For 2 points, under sex and nudity, a character makes bedroom eyes at another character, implying she wants to mate with him. The scene cuts away, leaving it unclear if they did. However, the movie ending with a cub being born confirms they have. Jim has his hand up.
Born?
Tyler has his hand up. Tyler, what do you think?
Oh, God. I was going to say The Lion King.
The Lion King. Jim, what do you think?
Lion King.
Lion King. It is The Lion King.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, remember when Scar uses his famous Ember attack?
And to finish off this movie, under frightening and intense scenes, a character's death may be intense for some viewers. It's known as one of the saddest and emotional deaths in Disney's canon. The film is notable for being the first Disney animated film to actually show a dead body on screen.
Why do I feel like that's not true?
I challenge that.
Yeah, can we challenge that?
We will send this to the fact checkers and see next week.
I'm pretty sure the original Herbie the Love Bug has a dead body in it, right?
Did Disney do Platoon?
You mean the Love Bug itself has a dead body in the trunk?
Yeah, that's why it's alive. It's haunted.
So yeah, that was profanity. We end the game. Tyler, -7 points. Jim, -6 points. James, our big winner, with 9 points.
This is like SNL Jeopardy.
That's a pity.
And I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning, but I'm sure James is aware. Not only did he win the game, he is winning 10 digital dollars. I will send to you after the show. Thank you all for playing. This has been fun to me. I hope it's been fun to you. Before we go, if there's anything you want to plug, any place you want people to find you, James, I'll go to you first.
No. I just, if you want to, I don't know how I'm going to spend this $10, but maybe I'll post about it later if you want to hang. It might be a pizza, but go out to movies now that they're out in theaters. I'm seeing Aliens this weekend in theaters, which I'm really excited about.
That sounds fun.
But yeah, support local theaters or support big chain theaters. Support AMC so that stock shoots up uncontrollably, so my 2 shares can skyrocket to big money.
I just sold all 10 of my shares yesterday.
There you go. That's why you have this. That's why you have this $10.
It jumped up another $10 today.
Well,
So the anonymous person who DM'd me on Twitter was right. I am a stupid dick face.
Wow,
man.
So that was James Sheehan. Jim Bowes.
Book me for archery lessons, $100 an hour, but I'll give you a friends and family discount. I'm at the MMAS outdoor place June 12th. There's 2 shows, 6 and 8. It's across from the old Great Woods. It's actually Great Woods now, the Xfinity Center. No one goes there anymore. Across the street, you pull your car in, drive-in style.
No one uses internet.
What's that?
Said no one uses internet. That's why Xfinity shut down.
Yeah, exactly.
Woods are back in business.
I thought you were just saying nature has already retaken the Xfinity Center. It's been 1 year of pandemic, and it's already just overgrown.
So yeah, awesome. You got live dates coming up. That's amazing. Finally, that's
Exciting,
Jimbo's. Tyler Durniak.
I've got nothing going on in my life. I'd like to say for the SEC, who's about to investigate this show because James offered financial advice through a public thing while not admitting that he had stock beforehand. I just have nothing to do with that. So
I'll fight it in court.
All right. Well, thank you all again. I've been Nick Martucci. You can find me on all the social medias at Blundering Idiom. It's like Blundering Idiot with an M. I don't know my own. If you want more of this show, I'm not sure how it's happening yet. It will continue. I'm booking the shows now for June. So if you've watched this, you think you can do it, DM me on any of the services, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and maybe you can win $10 next time.
Yeah, if we can get this group again, this exact group, that'd be great.
So, Nick, I had an exorbitant amount of fun tonight.
I'm so happy to hear that. So yeah, you might have fun. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, hit the bell icon. I've heard YouTubers say that. So you're notified the next time we go live. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook to know the next time this show is happening online. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, thank you.